Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine stepping into arguably the most demanding job in the world, right?
Right.
And just 7 days later, you're already giving a public report on, what you've accomplished.
Yeah, it's quite something.
That's the extraordinary scenario we're diving into today.
Indeed. And it's a fascinating opportunity to get an immediate snapshot of an administration's core priorities
Hmm.
and, importantly, how they strategically frame their earliest actions to the public.
Okay, so what's our source here?
Our source for this deep dive is an audio message from President Trump. It's dated January 28, 2017,
Just 1 week in. Wow.
precisely 1 week after his inauguration.
So you're about to hear about specific executive actions, some bold promises he highlighted from those very first days.
That's right.
Our mission here is really to extract the vital nuggets from this initial presidential address so you can quickly grasp the foundational momentum and the clear direction set right out of the gate.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
Where do we start?
So, kicking off this whirlwind first week, the administration sent a very clear, resonant message. This was directly to manufacturing leaders and labor unions.
Okay.
The core message, it really echoed a central campaign promise, was pretty direct. We want to make things in America, and we want to use American workers. This wasn't just talk, was it?
Not at all, no.
Yeah.
The focus on domestic production and jobs was immediate and highly symbolic.
Right.
It was also coupled with the claim that, since the election, many companies had already announced they were keeping and creating jobs here in America.
Already, so soon.
Well, that was the claim. What's compelling here is how quickly the administration sought to frame these economic shifts as, already underway.
Setting a narrative.
Exactly, setting a narrative of immediate impact and a return to American manufacturing strength. It really underscored a commitment to reshoring jobs and, well, a more protectionist trade stance from day one.
And speaking of rapid action, among the very first executive actions highlighted was preparing for repealing and replacing Obamacare. With the very direct quote, "It's about time." What was the significance of making that such an immediate priority?
Well, that was a monumental signal, really. The Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, right? That was the signature healthcare policy of the previous administration.
Huge deal.
A huge deal. So moving to repeal and replace it immediately, it just underscored a foundational shift in policy direction,
Fulfilling a promise.
a commitment to dismantling key legislative pillars of the past, yeah. It showed a clear intent to fulfill a central campaign pledge and begin, rebuilding the healthcare system very early on.
Okay, so beyond domestic policy, the focus quickly shifted to international agreements, too.
Right.
Another significant move was the immediate withdrawal from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP.
Ah, yes, the TPP. That was a major multilateral trade agreement. Involved 12 Pacific Rim nations.
Big economic bloc.
Huge. Designed to lower trade barriers across this massive area. So the withdrawal, it wasn't just about canceling one deal. It signaled a profound shift.
How so?
A shift away from those big multilateral agreements towards negotiating one-on-one deals that protect American workers. That was the language used.
And the TPP itself was called.
He was explicitly called a disastrous deal for our workers. So this reinforced that whole America First approach to global trade.
Right. Prioritizing specific national interests.
Exactly. Over those broader international frameworks, that's a pretty significant directional change in foreign economic policy right off the bat.
Definitely. Okay, then there was infrastructure. The message detailed beginning construction of, controversial projects like the Keystone and Dakota Access Pipelines.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't just about energy, though, was it? It also tied into that American steel mandate.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Reinstating those projects was highly symbolic in itself. It signaled a rapid reversal of some previous environmental policy decisions.
And the terms.
The renegotiated terms, specifically requiring pipelines installed in America to be built with American steel and manufactured here, that directly linked infrastructure development back to the domestic jobs and manufacturing narrative we talked about.
Ah, okay. Connecting the dots.
Yeah. So it simultaneously addressed energy policy, job creation, and the Buy American ethos, all in one move.
What also stood out was the directive to, expedite permits for new infrastructure and new manufacturing plants.
Yes.
That sounds like a push for really rapid development, maybe even deregulation.
Absolutely. That initiative aimed to cut bureaucratic red tape. It sent a clear message. The administration prioritized speed and development over potentially lengthier regulatory processes.
Get things moving fast.
Exactly. It highlighted a belief that faster permitting would stimulate economic growth, create jobs by getting projects off the ground much quicker.
And then the border wall, the immediate plan to begin the wall and also to crack down on sanctuary cities.
Right. Described as not safe and a horrible situation in the message.
So for listeners, maybe quickly explain sanctuary city in this context.
Sure. Basically, sanctuary cities are places, localities that have policies limiting how much they cooperate with federal immigration enforcement authorities.
Got it.
So this early focus on the border wall and taking aggressive action against these cities, it really highlighted immigration and border security as, immediate top-tier priorities.
Again, hitting campaign themes hard.
Very much so. Reinforcing those promises related to national sovereignty and law enforcement. And the message, it concludes by really emphasizing this rapid pace. It states, this administration has hit the ground running at a record pace. Everybody's talking about it. We're doing it with speed, and we're doing it with intelligence.
Okay. So what does this all mean for you, the listener? I mean, from this snapshot, it seems abundantly clear the administration aimed to show rapid action.
Definitely.
And a firm commitment to specific campaign promises right from day one. They were, setting a clear tone of swift, decisive change.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it really highlights how quickly a new administration tries to enact change, or at least communicate that perceived momentum to the public.
Right, the perception is key.
It is. And it raises an important question, doesn't it? How do these initial, really high-speed pronouncements actually compare to the longer-term impacts?
Or the challenges of actually implementing these things.
Exactly. The implementation challenges of such rapid-fire actions.
So for you listening, this deep dive really shows the concentrated focus and the immediate initiatives presented to the American people just 1 week into a new presidency.
It's a powerful illustration of intent, you could say.
And the swift translation of campaign pledges into at least initial executive action, which leaves us with the final thought. What does it truly take for an administration to hit the ground running? And maybe more importantly, what are the strategic implications, good or bad, when so many significant policy shifts are announced and initiated in such a remarkably short time frame?
That's the question to ponder.